In 1999, Stanley Kubrick released Eyes Wide Shut, a film about secret rituals, elite privilege, and the rules that protect power. 2 decades later, the Jeffrey Epstein case shocked the world, exposing secretive networks among the wealthy and influential. Was Kubrick simply exploring timeless themes of power? Or did culture and art reveal something before the headlines did? Before we go further, I want to be clear. This video is not an accusation, is not an exposé, and is not an attempt at revealing conspiracy. It is an analytical exploration of cultural parallels. We are examining imagery, themes, social psychology, and structures of power, not alleging hidden knowledge. Our purpose is thoughtful reflection, not sensationalism. First, we will have a brief recap of the film and the Epstein case. We will also discuss the 1972 surreal masked ball. Further to that, we'll question some similarities between the film and the Epstein case. And further to this comparison, we'll take a deeper look into 3 specific and questionable events. Released in 1999 and directed by Stanley Kubrick, Eyes Wide Shut stars Tom Cruise as Dr. Bill Harford and Nicole Kidman as his wife. The film follows Bill's psychological descent after his wife confesses to having once fantasized about another man. Disturbed, Bill embarks on a nocturnal journey through New York City's hidden social layers, eventually infiltrating a secret masked gathering hosted by an elite, unnamed society. The ritual sequence, which comprises Venetian masks, cloaked figures, and hierarchy staging, remains one of the most analyzed and mesmerizing scenes in cinema history. Critically, the film received mixed reviews upon release, but has since gained recognition as one of Kubrick's most layered and enigmatic works. Today, it is often considered as a meditation on sexual secrecy, privilege, politics, and the invisible structures of power. Now, let's move on to a brief recap of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Jeffrey Epstein was an entrepreneur in finance who cultivated relationships with powerful individuals across royalty, aristocracy, finance, art, and academia. In 2019, he was arrested on federal charges of trafficking minors. The case then revealed a complex and elaborate network of private estates, NDAs, exclusive gatherings, private jets, and allegations involving influential figures. Epstein's social ecosystem appeared to be structured around access, proximity to wealth, prestige, and influence. Now, it is relevant to take a deeper look and analysis into the 1972 Rothschild Surreal Ball. In 1972, Marie-Hélène de Rothschild hosted an elaborate, surrealist masked ball in the Château de Ferrières in France. Guests who were drawn from aristocracy, finance, and art wore theatrical masks, surreal costumes, and symbolic attire. The imagery from this event, which were documented in photographs, include ornate masks, occult-inspired decors, and ritualistic staging. While there is no confirmed statement that Kubrick directly modeled his scene after this event, the visual parallels are striking. Kubrick was widely known for his meticulous and extensive research of visual references. There is cultural background here, as the aesthetics of elite masked balls were very much present in older European high society. Whether influence or coincidence, the imagery bridges reality and fiction in fascinating ways. Now let's frame the conversation by taking a look at similarities between the film and the Jeffrey Epstein case. In Eyes Wide Shut, we had secret masked gatherings in a secluded mansion, whereas in the Epstein case, we had private estates and alleged exclusive gatherings. In the film, we have a strict hierarchy with a ritual setting. In the Epstein case, we have clearly a social hierarchy of ultra-wealthy and influential. In the movie, we have an outsider protagonist who is quickly identified and expelled. In the Epstein case, we have reports of controlled access and selective inclusion. In the film, there are implied consequences for breaking silence. On the other side, in the Epstein case, we have allegations of NDAs and legal containment mechanisms. Finally, in the film, we witness sexual undertones linked to power. Whereas in the Epstein case, we have criminal allegations tied to exploitation. All in all, the similarities are thematic, not evidentiary. But this being said, both depict environment where access is currency, secrecy is structural, and power protects itself. The question becomes, is Kubrick illustrating timeless elite psychology? Or do certain patterns of power simply repeat across contexts? There are three events that are often raised in discussion, and they deserve factual, calm framing. The first one is final cut questions. Kubrick died in March 1999, shortly after delivering what was reported to be his final cut version to Warner Bros. Since then, there have been persistent rumors of missing or altered footage. Officially, the studio maintains that the film represents Kubrick's intended version. No verified evidence confirms a suppressed alternate cut. Still, the timing invites curiosity, not conclusion. The second event is Kubrick's death timing. Kubrick passed away from a heart attack at age 70. Cast members, including Cruise and Kidman, have stated that he did not appear gravely ill during production. Sudden cardiac death at this age are not medically uncommon. The intrigue here stems largely on the timing of his death, rather than a documented medical irregularity. The third event I would like to observe and discuss is Epstein's death in custody. Epstein died in jail in 2019, and the confirmed ruling for his death was suicide by hanging. The circumstances, though, including reported lapses in monitoring, generated broad public skepticism and multiple investigations. While irregularities were noted, no conclusive evidence has legally overturned this official determination. These three events certainly raise questions, but questions alone are not proof of hidden causality. In closing, art often captures the mood of its time, even unconsciously. Eyes Wide Shut arrived at the edge of a new millennium, questioning intimacy, secrecy, and power. 2 decades later, the Epstein revelations shook public trust in elite networks. Maybe the connection is not predictive, but atmospheric. And culture and art have a way of sensing it before we can articulate it.